Welcome to episode 84 of the Curios Cast, responding to your text messages. So as you know, you can text in, you can send a voice message, you can try and call us, no one's going to answer, it's on Do Not Disturb, but the phone number for that is 07470 184 383. That phone number again is
07470 184 383. 07470 184 383.
and a few of you have been texting in.
Hype.
Woo!
So this first one, I think this came. I've left it quite a while. I've let them build up a little bit, just because not that many of you are texting. But I think this one came off the back of our wheels versus doors discussion, which
I won
around about the time we all agreed. We all agreed there's more wheels in the world than there are doors, and it's just a fact. And I think that was around about the time we introduced a phone number and the ability for people to text in. Oh, by the way, George, welcome back. It's been a few weeks.
Thank you very much.
George is back.
It's been tough. Yeah. How many weeks has it been now? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Maybe?
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Have you've come down from your anal mushroom trip?
Yeah, it took some time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see my pupils. They're still a bit all over the place. I won't show you my other eye.
No.
But it was fun. It was a good adventure.
Great.
Good.
Yeah.
So off of that wheels versus doors, a listener texted in and just said, lots of doors have wheels, but are there any wheels that have doors? Which I think is a good point.
What do you mean? What are the lots of doors that have wheels?
Like sliding doors, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wheels that have doors.
Is that how sliding doors work?
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of off like my sliding
Like
door,
rail.
like my French door, is like a sort of like a rail, and kind of just like
Some have got to have wheels.
foaminess. I don't know.
No, I think
Or
it
is
does
it-
have wheels because you hear it when you pull them like a patio door. You hear like a.
Is it wheels at the top? It's not like rolling on wheels. There's like a wheels like blinds, maybe.
Tell you what doesn't have wheels. You know, like in a Japanese house, the screens they don't have wheels. That's a sliding screen.
Yeah, but no one understands the
Thanks,
mechanics
George.
of those though.
No, it's magic.
Ferris wheels, they've got doors. Take that, listener.
Yeah, it's good.
Take
trying
that.
to outsmart the Curios Cast.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
The London Eye. Bang,
London Eye,
loads of
many
doors.
doors, yeah.
Only one
That's
wheel.
it, isn't it? Very.
You ever seen that? You ever seen that footage of the guy? They hotboxed the London Eye. It was I think he's called. It was a Black the Ripper. He goes by the rap name. Yeah, he's actually dead now. He's actually dead now. R.I.P. He died right at the beginning. Yeah, he died right at the beginning of the first lockdown.
Rip the Ripper.
I don't know whether it was COVID or not. I can't remember it. At the time, it never said it was. But yeah, he bonged out the London Eye. It was his thing. His whole thing was smoke it like it's legal. It was like legalize the ting. He was like a kind of very like pro cannabis rapper slash singer. We obviously found that hilarious at one point. That became our little like group meme for a while. Like legalize the ting, like smoke it like it's legal. He'd just be like, I'll smoke it anywhere, I light up anywhere. He had a song, I think it was called Light Up Anywhere. It was like and in that video it's just him going around like lighting up in McDonald's. And
The thing is, even if it was legal, you still wouldn't. That's still not cool.
You still probably can't do that. Yeah, and he's like smoke. There was like a pitch invasion at like Arsenal or something, and he went out on I think maybe even on like Wembley or something, and he lit up like on the pitch.
That's all right.
And,
That's outside.
And then,
That's cool.
and some dude comes over and like some young lad like asked for a toke, and he's like, yeah, all right.
That's like, that video when all those people like stormed the Capitol building like a year ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And someone was smoking weed inside there. Like, that's a fucking...
Was there?
That's a brave one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a brave one. Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's kind of the least of the worries by that point, I suppose, isn't it?
Like, you're never going to have that opportunity again.
Yeah,
But just to be able to say you've done it, that you, like, lit up in the fucking Capitol building.
Yeah, that is good. That's almost worth doing it.
Were there other people in the London Eye capsule?
Nah, I think they had their own. I think they had their own capsule. But obviously, once you're in there and
You're
you're
in
lit
there for a
up,
while,
there's
aren't you?
fuck all.
It's
Yeah,
like
there's fuck
15
all they can
minutes.
do about it. Smug a whole joint. I imagine there's other people that have just done it anyway as well, like not
I reckon
made a
people
video
have done
of it.
worse in one of them capsules.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, definitely people.
What are you thinking about?
I don't know. Definitely people have had sex in them. That must have happened. Like,
100%, yeah.
100% has happened.
Who hasn't done that?
I've never been in the London Eye.
No,
No?
neither have I. It's fucking mad expensive.
Yeah, I remember being taken as a kid. Probably did it open at Millennium or is it just after?
it was called the Millennium Wheel.
It was called the
Yeah.
Millennium Wheel, yeah.
I reckon I went up on the Millennium, on and around the Millennium, just after it opened. Reckon I was
Yeah,
up
no,
there.
I remember we went up to go on it once and when it was quite early. My cousin was over from Australia and it was just mad busy and just mad expensive. We were like, no, fuck that.
I don't. That's nothing special. I don't think, is it?
No, I mean,
So yeah, when you go up a skyscraper, so the view's good, but sort of after 5 minutes, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen this. This is all right. But in the London Eye, you're stuck going around looking at the same view for like
yeah.
I don't know how long it is,
coming
15
down.
minutes maybe.
But do you know what? It is a fact for you. When you're at the top of the London Eye, the peak, what's the furthest away thing that you can see?
The moon.
Pyramids of Giza.
Oh, Tom's you're such a little cunt.
The moon.
That is the answer though. It's like the sun. Is that?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Surely some stars.
Yeah, there's
are
stars
further away than the
much
sun.
further away than the
Oh,
sun.
Yeah.
fucking maybe. All right,
Yeah,
whatever.
fucking
I think you're meant to say on a bright clear. I think you're meant to say on a bright clear day. On a bright
You
clear
can't
sunny
see the
day.
moon on a bright
yeah.
clear day.
On a
can
bright
you?
clear
No,
sunny
the
day, yes.
sun.
The answer's the
Fucking
sun.
mag.
Yeah, the answer's the fucking sun, you cunt.
All right, yeah. But technically, even when it's bright, during the day, when it's bright during the day and that, you look up and you can still technically see all the shit out there. Your eyes are still looking at it and it's still there. You just can't pick it up with your
Well,
vision.
you can't see it then. You can't
That's
see
a
it.
matter of debate, mate, because
No, of course
it's
it
still
is.
there. Your eyes are still
No.
looking onto it.
No, it's not saying is it there. What's the furthest away thing that is there? It's
Well-
what's the furthest thing you can see.
Look, all I'm saying is that is fact.
No, it's not saying, what can I see? I can see my next door neighbour right now because he's there.
No, because you've got a wall in front of you.
Well, that's the same.
No, it's not. There's no wall in the sky, is there?
You can't see it.
No, but there's light in the way.
Yeah, there's light in the way. Yeah.
No, light's invisible. How can it be in the way? Is light invisible?
I get-
Technically?
No.
Yeah, light's invisible. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom, you was about to say you get my point, I believe.
No,
Ooh.
I said
Ah.
I get how someone so stupid could think that.
Look, that's a good thing to think about. It's like my previous statement about objectively someone has, what was it? Like the best meal or something. I can't remember what my point
Oh
was.
yeah, your thing was something like someone somewhere's had the best meal ever.
Yeah, the best meal ever.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid as well.
But
Like, I get you on about no. Someone's
That's a good point.
had the longest burp ever, or the
Yeah.
longest fart ever, and they don't necessarily know,
Mm.
or the fucking ejaculated the most amount of semen. I think we said that as
I
well.
know.
Yeah.
I wonder what the biggest load is.
Yeah.
That's gotta
Well,
be
see,
it.
I maintained to my friend, I still reckon I could fill a shot glass. And they were like, you fucking can't. Because like the average amount is like really quite low, I think. They looked it up.
I asked a few people to wank in a shot. No, I said I asked a few people if they think they can fill up a shot glass, and I asked their partners if they think their man can fill up a shot glass, and most people said yeah. So most people's perception of how much cum comes out of a dick is
Cum
like
comes.
Yeah. Slash how much liquid it takes to fill a shot glass is skewed, isn't it? It's probably more than you think.
yeah,
Mm.
because I
Obviously, it's more than you think.
yeah, a lot of the females were like I could see them like sort of like thinking and like
Looking up at it.
swishing about their tongue in their mouth, and they were like,
Oh,
I'm trying to picture like how much, and we were like having drinks and we had shot glasses there and we were having shots, so they were like taking a shot and like being like, is it about the same as a load?
Yeah, that's different. The viscosity is all
Yeah,
different. So
yeah.
you can't
If you, have
judge.
if you have a viscous one, then it takes less to fill her up, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you had
and by her, I mean the shot glass.
If you had like a jelly shot, would be the only way to do that sort of mouth comparison.
I think we might have had jelly shots. Yeah, but yeah, more people were on the side of yeah than no, and that was both males and females.
And apparently, if you look up averages, it's like way under that. A shot is
like
what, 25
yeah.
millilitres, yeah, and it's like way under that.
Yeah,
the average.
But the average man, we're not going for average men.
Yeah, we're not
talking
average
about
men
us.
here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Surely also, if you waited for like, a month, you definitely fill up a shot glass. Like you you fill up a whole party's worth. Like one of those party trays.
Had like a no fap November or whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, there's loads of like vitamins you can take that helps with that as well. With like helps your prostate.
True.
What are they called?
There's quite a few.
Is there?
Yeah, I think like vitamin E is meant to help, and I think
Just making a few notes.
Sunflower lecithin. I don't know if you say lecithin or lecithin. I think.
This is such a Reddit fucking like post, isn't it? Like, how can I get bigger loads, guys? You know,
Maximise my load.
It was like, yeah, good, and they were like, good luck with bigger loads. Like, report back, let us know how you get on, man. Like,
and
one of those weirdly like communal support things.
Well, I always get like these recommended videos of like I guess like people just talking about like nutrition and like a lot of these like gym bros who have like tried different types of steroids and all this kind of stuff, and it's just kind of interesting, like people doing these like case studies on themselves, and people have like gone in like, this helps with making your cum more like pearlescent and white, and this helps like produce more and make it like thicker or even like waterier, and there's another podcast, PKA, shout out PKA, they could do with a shout out from small podcasts like us, but they made a supplement that is like all of those things put into one, and you basically take like a couple pills a day, and apparently it makes you cum loads. I haven't tried it because it's expensive, and I think even if you was to like buy all of the individual supplements, it's probably quite expensive, but I'm interested to see, just for the science of the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, listeners, if you want to sponsor Tom's load, let us know.
Yeah. So it's going to be a Patreon level, isn't it, George?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's getting out of control, that Patreon.
Anyway.
By the way, nice salt lamp, Rob. Just noticed it in the background.
Cheers, mate. There's two of them.
Have you licked it?
If everyone licks their salt
it was the first thing I did, and then like got the box out and instructions. It's like, do not under any circumstances like get it in your mouth.
He has always had that salt lamp in the background, by the way. Just it was on the floor.
Ah, okay. So it's my first time seeing your new palace.
Yeah,
palatial estate. So
cheers, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, more wheels and doors. But
only one. I'm still trying to think of another wheel with a door, but I'll come back to it. I'll surprise you with one throughout the course of the pod.
Who else has been texting in there? What else we got?
Well, so the same listener texted in, I guess was having a little brainwave at the moment and just thinking,
right, catching up on episodes maybe.
Yeah. When does a hole become a pit?
Oh, I like it. Surely, I don't know. I was about to say a hole is a hole with purpose, but a pit is just a hole without purpose. But a pit is where
why
they
doesn't
mine,
a pit have
isn't it?
purpose? Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah,
I don't know what the difference is.
Is a pit normally where you just chuck shit in?
No.
What's a goblin?
Nah.
Is a hole? Does a hole have another end and a pit doesn't? So like if you dig a hole at a beach, that's not actually a hole. You dug a pit, but a hole is like it goes all the way through something. So like if you hole punch, or like a straw is like a big hole, or
you could dig a hole.
No, you dig a pit.
But what Tom's saying, maybe you ain't really ever digging a hole. Yeah,
maybe it's about depth.
Yeah, unless it goes all the way through to the other side.
Other side of where? Australia.
Well, it depends. Like it depends what you're digging.
When I used to do this at the beach sometimes, I'd dig 2 pits and then I'd make a hole
your arm through
to adjoin them.
Is that not a passage or a tunnel?
Yeah. So
It's a very deep philosophical question.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks,
When does
thanks
a pit become a hole?
Because I guess the question implies that a pit is like a bigger hole. Like you dig a hole, and then it becomes a pit. But
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think you're right. I think maybe there's a difference between a hole and a pit.
Nah. I think hole doesn't have to have another exit.
Yeah, because it would fit like I don't know, like a little golf hole.
Yeah. It's not called your bum. It's not called your bum pit. It's not your bum pit. It's your bum hole.
Bum hole.
Yeah, but that has another side. It goes all the way through out your mouth.
I suppose
nose hole. Not a pit.
That's also got another side.
Armpit.
Armpit. Yeah. It doesn't
go. It doesn't go all the way through. It's an indentation.
It's like maybe it's about the angle.
Yeah.
The shape of it.
Or it's like if you had like, it doesn't even have to be something that you like. It doesn't have to be something on the floor that you dig, but like a pit in something. Like if you dented something, you'd be like, oh, that's a little pit. Like if you like a small pit on like a thing, like a golf ball, like a little bowl. I don't know why I keep thinking of golf, but like little bumps on the golf ball. They're like little pits, aren't they? But then the thing that you put the ball into is a hole, right? You wouldn't say a pit.
Why not a pit? That doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the one at the end does when you do crazy golf, and then the ball goes away, and then the little person collects it.
So the very last one is the only snooker. Snookers are a hole. They go to the end gatherer, don't they?
Well, some of them have nets.
I'm thinking of the pool. Oh yeah, snooker. They catch in a net, didn't they?
Yeah.
Is that official? The end gatherer sounds like a final boss.
The ball return.
Oh, I bet you do. I like it. I like that question. Pit, hole, cleft, crevice.
I don't know when you use the word cleft unless you're talking about lips or trebles.
It's also not cleft. That's just cleft.
I know.
Yeah, what's the difference between a cleft and a crevice?
There's too many words now.
Yeah, now we're just getting a thesaurus out now.
I like it though. It's a good question.
That's good. Thanks.
Thank you, mystery listener. Who was that? Can we name them, shame them, or are they?
That was Turkish Glen.
Turkish Glen.
Hype.
Shout out Turkish Glen.
It felt like a Turkish Glen.
Yeah. Now, and it reminded me of a conversation that I've had previously, and maybe you guys have been privy to this conversation because we've discussed it with a lot of our friends and listeners before. Of like, when does something become something else? And I had this thought, when do your legs become your lap? So if you're sitting down and you put something on your lap, you know, a cat jumps up on it, or like, a cat sit on my lap, or you put your laptop on there, it's on my lap. But if you was standing up, right, I'm standing up now for the listeners. You can't see my lap. Like, you wouldn't call this your lap, would you? You wouldn't say, this is my lap.
It becomes your lap when you sit down.
Yeah, okay. At what angle, though?
When you can lay something across it, I'd say.
Yeah, me too.
Like a lapdog is.
If it can't stay, if you can't put something there and it remain, then it ain't your lap.
But I could
it ain't your lap, bro.
But some things have different sticking abilities. Like I could,
like a slug.
I could be standing. My legs could be at like almost like a 70-degree angle, like still pretty steep, and there would be something I can put on there that sits there.
Nah,
you'd say that's your lap.
No. With no external factors, with no other external forces at play, like grip or resistance. It has to be,
but then
purely gravitational.
No, because then if I'm sitting down perfectly parallel to the floor, and then I put like a marble on my leg, it's gonna fall off.
It's not all right. Yeah, okay. So
you have to be sitting down. I'd say it has to be at 90 degrees.
What if you're laying down?
Become your lap. Then you wouldn't refer to it as being in your lap.
You wouldn't?
Would you not?
Your lap is when you're sitting.
So if you're laying down in bed and you put something there on your thighs, you wouldn't say that's on your lap.
No, you say.
No, I don't think you would.
No, you would.
You'd say it's on my legs. You'd say it's on my legs. Yeah. Imagine you're lying down and like
just your leg.
If you're sat upright in bed, and your legs are all the way out, it's your lap.
Yeah.
If you're laying down flat, and a girl comes and like sits on your legs, you wouldn't say you're sitting on my lap.
Okay, at what angle would you start saying? What angle would you start saying that is?
And then it's the angle of your body again, isn't it? Like
yeah, okay. So if you're 90 degrees with established lap, right?
90-degree body as well.
Okay, but if you lean slightly back, if you're just slightly resting on like the headboard or the recliner or whatever, and your body's now at 85 degrees, is that not your lap anymore?
No, it's still that's your lap.
It has to be resembling a sit.
Give me an angle. I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's more like more like like an art rather than a science. You have to feel it. You have to feel when it's lap.
Like you'll know when it happens.
You'll know when it's lap. Yeah.
Tom, do you want to know the definition of lap?
No,
is
not
there?
at all.
Is there a definition?
The flat area between the waist and knees of a seated person. Seated
being the pivotal word. So if you're sitting up in bed.
So if I'm squatting, if I'm just hovering there, that's not a lap.
Nah.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
No. Because lap suggests comfort. It suggests languidness.
Languidness, nice.
Yeah, it suggests that you're chilling. You can maybe have your cat on your lap or something. If you're squatting, it's not going to be comfortable for you or the cat, is it?
Yeah.
So
Cat will be all right.
Nah.
All right, what about this one? Because I had this thought when I was in Amsterdam, and I didn't really know what was going on at the time, but I was trying to climb up some stairs to go upstairs in this house, and the stairs were very steep, and I was using my hands as well as my legs to climb the stairs, and I went, this is so steep, it's like a ladder. And then for the next 2 or 3 hours we were discussing how steep the stairs go before it's a ladder.
No, see, I don't think this is a steepness question.
No, I don't think it is anymore either.
Nah.
But what is the difference between stairs and a ladder then?
It's the build assembly. A ladder is straight, rung. Because you could have a ladder going across something, and it's still a ladder.
Okay,
and I think a ladder is movable.
So what make it? A ladder is movable.
Actually, no, not necessarily.
Because you could have a ladder to the side of a building.
Yeah. Well, all right. It's straight.
What?
It could be at an angle, but it's a straight thing. Stairs are like they have.
What about a step ladder?
Shit.
Shit.
That's
a thing unto its own.
That's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid of the two. It's in the name. Yeah.
What was the question?
I don't really know. Really.
When the stairs become a ladder.
ladder.
That's a proper high fault, isn't it? Like,
oh yeah. We were talking about this for fucking ages. Because then people brought up, it must be like a ladder has rungs and obviously like gaps between those rungs, and then stairs don't. They have like they have an upwards bit, like a backboard almost. But not all stairs do. Like you do get those stairs in like nice houses or whatever that have like the gap.
Yeah, maybe now the distinction no longer exists. Maybe it used to exist when ladders were originally invented and built.
What?
Because stairs have evolved. I bet 200 years ago, people didn't have stairs without middle bits.
I want to see like the evolution chart of stairs. Like like you've got humans going from monkeys to the upright. What's the stairs one?
Because what my point is, right, is that you just said about stairs have a back bit.
Yeah.
So they're like almost continuous. They're like a continuous solid mass taking you upwards.
Yeah, I mean not always, but
that's what I'm saying. So years ago, right, stairs were probably always solid. They weren't stairs that were loose or had gaps in. Like
originally, they would have been like stone.
Yeah, it was always like stones and.
But then a ladder had gaps in it.
Would have been very definitively different.
So it was very definitively different. But now the distinction is different because you've got those fold-out ladders that are a
muddy
bit
in the waters.
Look at that. See, look, fucking. Tell you what, genius, mate.
History coming. Actually, history expertise coming in there, George.
Yeah.
That's,
History of ladders. I should have written my thesis on that, but someone must have written a thesis about history of ladders.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's have a look. History of ladders. History of ladders.
One thing that also annoys me, pet peeve, right? Spiral staircases are mostly not spiral. People call spiral staircases, but they're not spirals, they're helixes.
Ooh.
A spiral is when something goes outwards or inwards as it goes up or down. So a spiral staircase would be like the circumference of it would get wider as it goes up.
Ah.
If it's the same circumference all the way up or down, then it's a helix staircase. Stop calling them spiral staircases. They're not spirals, they're helixes. I was in a castle and I told this man, there's a sign that said spiral staircase, and I said to him, it's not a spiral. And he went, yeah, it is. And he was like, I said, no, it's not. I said, it's a helix. And he said, what? And that was it. Yeah. And then I said to my uncle, it is a helix, isn't it? And he went, yeah. And he knows about maths and stuff.
Tom,
yeah, he's an engineer. Tom. So he knows.
Come away, Tom.
Yeah. A spiral staircase, it would get wider. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. So there probably are none. There probably are none of those.
I reckon there are, but
very rare.
Yeah.
Is it because though, you know, like you ever see like an old, I don't picture like an old film, but like normally spiral staircases are a little dated, aren't they? Or it's like something that you picture from like a scene in like an old hospital or something. I don't know. I think I'm thinking of American Horror Story. There was a big spiral staircase that kept going up and down.
Right.
Helix staircase. But from the top, it appears to do that, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Like because obviously
maybe helixes just didn't exist ages ago, years and years ago.
What
distinction between helixes and spirals?
Yeah.
But yeah, it does look like a spiral from the top, doesn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't until old Crick and Watson or whatever their name was discovered the double helix. And then they went, we should name those spiral stairs after this. Call it a helix instead.
You should start making helix staircases. A little niche in the market.
There are helix staircases. They're all helix staircases.
No, but they're not called helix. They're like if you were a spiral staircase installer. You know, there's no like helix staircase installer, is there?
But no one would want one. No one's going to Google helix staircase, are they? A couple people.
You'd be selling them to all the
corner of the market
in Highgate. You know, all the Bohemians. They'd love it if it's different than spiral staircase. Tom, Curios branded helix staircases.
What about a helix ladder?
Nah. You've gone too far.
All right.
Imagine trying to do the painting up a helix ladder as opposed to like a straight ladder.
Well, if you was painting like the banister of a helix staircase, and
next to it,
on like the inside of it going around, yeah.
No, if you're painting the banner of the banister of a helix staircase, then you just need like a strap-on like wheeled chair, and you just hold your brush out, and you just go, That's how they do it.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
You're talking like a stair lift type thing, but
like it's like imagine it's like a sort of like wheels clip over like that, clip,
yeah,
and then you fucking strap in,
yep,
and then you hold your brush out, and you just hold your brush at different heights. So you go one pass, and you do one brush width, like that much of the top of the banisters all the way down, and then you go again, and you make sure you start right. Hold my brush there now, right, and then you go.
That's probably how they do it.
I used to be an apprentice spiral staircase. Helix staircase painter. Yeah.
Never made it full time though.
Nah, never made it.
Well, we're now a trades podcast.
Yeah,
explaining how to paint helix staircases.
Coming in, right? Who's next?
Someone else has texted in and asked, would you take £1 million, but every time you turn on the tap, there's a 5% chance of it coming out with the pressure of a fire hose?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. That's not that bad at all.
So that's it's a 1 in 20 chance that when you turn on a tap, it's going to be, fucking...
What I'd do, really hard to turn off, I guess, is also that...
Well, yeah, because that's what I thought. You just... Every time you go to a tap, like you turn it on and be ready to turn it off real quick in case it was.
Yeah, you'd get good at it. Yeah. Especially 1 in 5, like that's happening pretty often.
1 in 20, 5%.
Oh, like 5%.
Yeah.
Okay. You'd be less on guard.
Yeah. The only thing that would suck is taps that are like the ones that are like timed, like you push down and it takes 20 seconds for it to like turn off, or like you wave your hand in front of it.
Yeah, you'd be really dreading it to be one of them, wouldn't it? Like,
You just wouldn't wash your hands with those ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Couldn't work in a pub either, could you?
No, every time you wash a glass, like there's a chance it might just explode.
Can't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd still take that £1 million.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'd do it for 50 quid.
Yeah. Or like a little water fountain at a gym or something. Like you just go to like, take a little
I think it would be like mildly inconvenient at worst. Like, I'll do that for £100.
I mean, you'd probably.
Do you think the force of it would like break break the sink?
Yeah, it would.
So every time you'd have to replace a sink every 20 times you use a tap.
Yeah, it would break the sink.
Do you think even if you got it off pretty quick? It might break some of your dishes if like you forgot and like your dishes were just in there.
The tap might just fucking rip itself off.
Yeah.
That'd be rubbish.
I think like you would end up fucking like flooding some pubs and stuff because that's where you find the taps that are timed, right? Like you tap it and
maybe it'd be worse than you realise. I remember when we were younger. Actually, this is Turkish Glenn will remember this. We was round his house, around his parents' house. His parents were away, and we was having a free house, And we was I don't remember what was going on, but we was quite smashed. And two of the friends had a sort of like jokey sort of messing about argument, and one of them must have splashed the other one. And he had like those taps that were a little bit of a hose bit comes out, and you can like And one of them just got the tap and just like turned it on and just started hosing down my other mate like in the kitchen. And at the time we thought it was fucking hilarious. I thought it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like Turkish Glenn was not amused. It was just like, what are you fucking doing? And that to me, I found that even funnier.
No,
that's when you know you had it made if you had one of those taps.
Yeah, it's posh, isn't it?
It's posh house. That.
Yeah,
I can't wait for the day. Yeah, that and a boiling tap. That's when you've made it.
You had one tap the whole street, Tom, didn't you?
You what?
Go and share it.
What are you on about?
The road tap. You have to share the road tap.
The road tap.
You think I was born in like 1930?
One of those old like top ones.
Yeah, it's what you like on the council estate. You got to share each other's water.
Go out in the morning with a
shower
jug.
there, shit there. Do wash it up.
Yeah, the boiling taps are hype, innit? Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd use it for because I don't ever.
Yeah, it's only good for making drinks. Really, you're not going to like fill up your pasta pan with that, are you? That's a bit much.
Don't want to.
Maybe you would. Maybe you do.
Jesus, my mouth just stopped working there. I was about to say you don't want to have one of those now with gas prices so high. If you're on a gas boiler,
yeah.
Does that constantly boil the water? Like
don't know.
Constantly, or is it?
Yeah, it must do, right?
I mean,
there's no way it instantly boils your water, is there? I think if you've got one of those though, mate, you ain't fucking worried about.
That's true.
About the gas prices.
Yeah, just leave it constantly running, so you don't even have to flick the tap. Then you can just yeah. Maybe that's a trick to this question: is you just leave the tap constantly running.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that would solve everything, wouldn't it?
Yeah. How quickly would you run out your £1 million if you were constantly running a tap?
I don't know.
With today's water prices,
Fuck you. Yeah.
You could invest in like a.
Well, you wouldn't have to leave that tap running. You could just leave a tap running somewhere. Because it's 1 in 5 taps. It's not necessarily your taps, because we're talking about the taps in your pub, the taps in like. As long as you left a tap running, you could come up with a system, a regenerative like. Because people have it in camper vans, right? A regenerative like system where you have a shower and it sort of goes through, cleans a few times, like cleans a bit, and then you use that same water to shower the next day, and you can do it like 8 times, and then you kind of go empty and do it again or something like that.
Yeah.
But if that exists, you could essentially have like a water feature.
That's what I was thinking when you said about it costing so much to leave the tap running. Is just have the tap running, but then it goes through like a filter, comes back, and is
like
reusable.
A perpetual motion machine for water.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that's what like water features are, isn't it? I don't think water features you're just constantly caning out water and it drains away somewhere.
Yeah.
So just create a water feature, tap, there you go, sorted, £1 million. There you go.
But then when you're turning on other taps, it's still going to count as another tap,
Yeah,
right?
like going out and about, still going to be a trouble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not like 1 in 5.
What about if you turned a tap on in your van, Rob, and it came out of a pressure of a fire hose? That'd wreck your van.
That'd be wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, what would it be? It's not like saying 5% of the... Nah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
even if you left the tap running, when you go to do another one, that is still another tap. Like, it's
Yeah.
still...
Would you have to find...
That doesn't like fix the...
Yeah, I'm thinking differently about
then
that.
you're wasting water and you're blowing up sinks at the same time. Double water. In fact, that'd be double water usage.
Yeah.
And also, if you then pressed another tap, it doesn't switch back to that tap that's already on. You know, if you left one running and then like that was gushing,
Yeah,
and
it
then
doesn't. Yeah.
and then it switched away from that one, it wouldn't like switch back to that one. So then that tap would just be like redundant running. You know what I mean?
I don't know. No. I'm confused now.
Yeah,
move on.
Would you take it, though?
No, I've changed my mind.
Yeah, I think I've changed my mind. It's actually more chaotic than I initially thought.
I mean, it might be handy from time to time, like if you need to like clean something or whatever, but probably not that much.
How much do you need to clean something? Like
Yeah,
with
I don't know.
with
Like-
a fire hose. I suppose if you've got a fire in your house, it might.
Yeah, but I
and you've
also
got one of
think-
those.
Yeah, if there's a fire that breaks out, you just like, quick.
Yeah. Well, like the pressure
Off
from
and
a
on.
fire hose as well, like a big fuck off, like thick jet, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you had that same pressure in like a regular tap, that would be what? That fucking cut through your hands, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
that would be like in that small
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So actually, it could fuck you up.
Yeah.
Can you like smash windows with it and shit? A fire hose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely could. So I'm saying and pressure gets
it would burrow
more
like
intense.
a big pit in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have a big
Like it.
pit in your sink.
Which
Oh,
could
fuck.
eventually be a hole through the other side of the
Yeah.
fucking world.
All right.
Next.
Solved.
Solved. Move on.
Now, the only other thing is someone texted in and asked us to look into the back rooms.
Ah.
Have any of you heard of the back rooms?
I have heard of the back rooms. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was going to do a topic on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll save that thought then. We'll do a whole. It's worthy of an episode, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether to
Yeah.
do, because I've looked into it a bit just today,
Yeah.
basically, like
Yeah.
for half an
my-
hour or so.
My friend my friend Ad got super into it and told me about it, and I was like, I fucking forgot. I was
It
like,
might
yeah,
have
that's-
been the person who he might have. I
I'll
don't
be
think
surprised
it
if
was
he
a text.
listens.
I think he commented on something.
Ah, maybe
and said look into the
maybe
back rooms, and I sort of
he might have commented on Instagram. I know he looks at our Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've looked into the back rooms. It's weird. I don't
Yeah.
fully get it.
Is it like the liminal spaces shit?
Yeah.
We'll save it. We'll do a
Okay.
full episode on it. Yeah.
We'll save that for an episode
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
All right. We've got
Um,
time then. There's something I want to share. Right?
Yeah. Go for it.
When I was moving, I went through some bits and I found this, right? It's called, I'll show it to the camera first of all. Hopefully that comes out. It's just like white, plain A4 paper, right? You're going to see this, right? I think it's like mirror writing for you. It says
the Mo come.
it says the Mo comic
Oh.
top secret. So it's a comic I made when I was in school or something. 5p. It was only 5p.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
5p.
Top
I-
secret. You sure you want to reveal this on air? It's top
I know. I
secret.
don't know why it's top secret. I don't know why I made a comic that would be top secret. Right? And I don't know what the Mo
And then
is.
you're trying to sell it.
Yeah. I've no idea what Mo comic about. It was when I was like really into spies and shit. I remember at one point in my life I was really into spies.
You do look like a spy.
YS. That was me doing sign language for SPYS. Me and my mate Steve used to play. He was like, do you want to play SP? Because you couldn't say it right.
SPYS.
Yeah, spies.
Spiz.
So there's various comics in
Yeah.
there,
What's
right?
the sign language for an apostrophe?
There's,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the sign language for I've spelled spies wrong?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I've only just realised that. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Fuck me, years.
You've been spelling it wrong.
Have you been doing
like
this wrong for
30
like
years.
20 years?
Yeah.
It was probably. Did you realise he was like, yeah, I don't.
Well, we did it for 20 years, didn't we? We did it for like.
It was just refusing to play with you for 20 years.
You know, we didn't do it all that time. We weren't still in like secondary school going. This was like. The other day, I was like messaging him. Like, oh yeah, shit! I'm gonna have to message him now. We're fucking idiots, stupid idiot cunt kids.
Have you really been doing SPYS?
Well,
since childhood?
I've remembered it. You know, periodically, and we sort of laughed about it. And I've never realised until you just said it that it was spelled wrong.
Love it.
I didn't really clock either.
Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, anyway, but there's various comics, right? There's various little comics. One's called Millie Billy, which is clearly. What's the one in the B? I was really into the Beano. So there's like there's
Dennis
two characters in what's the it's like the boy and the girl. They're like twins.
Mini Minx or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I'm clearly spoofing that. But it's rubbish. They get a catapult out and they hit someone. Anyway, there's that one. But the one I wanted to share, right? I got something else. One thing is a joke. There's another thing which I quite like. I quite like this. This is quite good.
Is the joke good?
We'll find out. I'll share the joke. But this is quite good, isn't it? This one. Look at that.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
That's all right, isn't it? That's all right. I mean, maybe I'll scan it and you can put it actually up on screen.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of like Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like a sort of, for the listeners, it's like a minotaur. And there's people like, there's army men that are like
trying to miners. Where are they going?
Trying to fight them. Would you say minotaur then?
Yeah.
Minotaur.
But you say minotaur.
I think you can say either.
I think you can say minotaur, yeah.
There's no A in minotaur in the front bit.
Yeah, but minotaur.
Minotaur.
You're a fucking minotaur. I
don't really know to you. I think
my classics teacher actually used to say minotaur.
I just liked it because it sounded like a tour of miners.
So I was expecting to get caned for having a classics teacher there.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I studied classics at university for a bit.
Oh,
then I dropped out.
Classics of what?
It was like Greek mythology and shit.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, it was sick actually. I loved it.
Yeah, that does sound cool.
Yeah. But the one I wanted to share was Spook. And I got a spooky story in here, George. A spooky story. But I don't remember my writing ever looking like this. So I don't think it's my writing. I think
maybe it's ghostwriting. Maybe he was like
a ghostwriter.
I feel like someone took you over and made you write it.
I feel like this must have been a contribution, maybe from a friend.
The spirit was writing through.
I know I've got another comic somewhere, and I remember it because I thought it was this when I found it. It was called Muggsy Bugsy Top Comic, and like that was like me and my friend. And so maybe he contributed with this, but anyway, I thought you'd enjoy this, George. Right, Spook. Page. It says top right. It says page 5p. I'm really like pushing that 5p again.
So you got to pay for the individual article.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe I meant to say page 5. I don't know. One night I was in bed and I heard a noise, so got out of bed and went downstairs. I saw plates and cups flying around in the kitchen, so I tried stopping them. They sort of appeared and a ghost come up and it chased me. I went in the closet and it found me, so I tried getting a knife and he beat me to the drawer. He chased me, and it says chast actually. He chased me and I went into the loft and I saw him again and he stabbed me. The
bad thing is, though, this sounds like a lot of the stuff that I read online.
Don't ruin the end. The end. Or is it?
Or is it?
I did not write this. Like, I know I didn't write this. I don't think I was ever that shit at writing. Even like...
He stabbed me. Or is it?
and like, all the spelling's wrong. I was a 6-speller, mate.
I love it.
Yeah.
That really does sound like stuff that I read online.
Yeah.
Are there any illustrations with that one?
No, I've just sort of like highlighted some stuff in like green pen because green spooky, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I thought I'd share that. I thought that was great. I thought you'd enjoy that.
That's brilliant.
There's also like some corrections. I just noticed one that's for some reason has been rubbed out. One night I was in bed and rubbed out, you can see with my wife. If I like edited that and gone, if this is as I think someone else has written this, I've maybe edited this and gone, Nah.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, don't want to be with your wife. That ruins the theme of the, yeah.
There's no notes. He didn't offer notes to them.
I didn't offer notes.
Harsh
but
editor.
there's little bits. There's bits where I feel like it's my right. Like I've corrected a bit because that I recognise some bits of it. Anyway, that's a mystery for you. Who wrote the fucking spooky story in my comic? If anyone that I went to school with happens to listen,
yeah. If anyone listening wrote spook, then text us. Let us know.
Spook.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That was the Mo comic, top secret.
Acclaimed author of Spook.
What was the joke?
Oh yeah, you want to hear the joke? Didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. What a joke is the title of this section. That's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah. I always love trying to guess the punchlines of jokes.
All right.
Completely
a
ruined.
man went into a pet shop and said, "How much is that cockatoo?" The owner said, £20. The man said, "All right, send me the bill." They said, "I'm sorry, you have to take the whole bird." All right. This is obviously when I was in the football as well. I've just heard that Arsenal are getting a new coach. It's a 24-seater with a toilet at the back.
I felt that coming.
There you go. What a joke.
Love it. I like the bill one.
I like the bill one. I'm going to tell that again.
Does a cockatoo have a bill or a beak? When does a beak become a bill? Yeah.
I don't know.
Riddle me that.
It's just a different word for it, isn't it? It's just a different word for it.
I don't actually know what a bill is.
So it isn't a hole, another word for a pit?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the answer to that was just yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Bill Beak.
Yeah.
Well, if you any bird lovers, what are they called? Ornithologists, or whatever they're called.
Them. Or stare.
Birders. No, birders, aren't they? Twitchers.
Birders.
That's it.
Twitchers. Birders.
Birders. Rob's becoming a little bit of a birder, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do always point out birds whenever me and Tom are on our drive.
Every time we go on the road trip, like, oh, look at that bird of prey.
Well, you always get them by the side of the road.
I do like it. I do like birds.
Look at this fucker as well that I found when I was doing it. This is obviously this was part of my pile. A copy of the Beano from 1993, 30p.
That's probably worth a little bit.
That's well old.
Mate, it probably ain't.
Yeah, people collect the Beano.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, probably got that one.
Yeah, probably got that one, yeah. A random number.
You never know, though.
You do never know. It's one from 1998 here in much better condition. This one's remarkable condition.
I wish I kept all my Marvel comics in good condition. Like I used to go to... My dad used to take me to comic book shop every other weekend or something. I'd get a couple comics and like all Spider-Man and Wolverine, they were the best.
I've got a couple of those about. X Factor I have, which was actually like before the X-Men, they were X Factor. And I actually had it when all the X-Men that you'd know as the X-Men were in X Factor before it.
Who won?
Like Wolverine and that. It wasn't like a fight.
Yeah, it wasn't a fight. They were just having a little debate.
That was just what they were in. I don't know when they became the X-Men. I don't know. But yeah, I got them somewhere.
But yeah, I wish I kept them all in good condition. I found like a box of them. They were just in tatters. Like
mine aren't great.
Yeah.
My fucking uncle, right? There was a comic called 2001 AD, and he like had all of them apparently from like episode 1 right up to like a huge
2001.
number. He used to get them on like like mail order. They'd come to the house. He had them all like without not missing money. He kept them all, and he kept them for years and years. And he put them in the loft. And then like one day, years later, he sort of heard that they're now starting to get worth a bit of money. And he went back to like loads. Some bloke had sold like a load of like lesser ones as well. And he was like, I got them from fucking episode 1, and. He went back and my nan had lost them years ago.
Oh,
it was like, they're long gone. He was gutted.
Yeah, I wish I'd taken better care of my Pokemon cards.
Yeah, that's a classic. I don't know what happened to mine. I thought it was recently, and mine are just long gone.
I still sold for like 30 quid, but they would have been worth a few hundred.
Well, when Lawford was getting into it again recently, and I was like, I tried to just see on my arse, maybe I could just give him some. And I also thought, I swear I've got like a fucking Charizard now. Maybe I'll flog it. And I swear,
you give loads to your cousin or something.
Yeah, I was convinced.
You and Alfred were talking about this.
I was convinced I give him to my cousin, and I had to like text my like uncle like sheepishly like, those Pokemon cards, and he reckoned I didn't. He was like, no, you never gave me. I was thinking, I fucking swear I did. I mean, I don't think he's like he just forgot, or like he's got something from somewhere, doesn't remember that I gave him to him, whatever. But
did they recently move to like a mansion or?
yeah. They started like hanging out with Jake Paul.
Yeah, got a YouTube
Logan Paul. Yeah.
I love I can remember Lawford showing me he bought like a new binder.
He
All these
loved
Pokemon
that for a
cards.
bit, didn't he?
And he was the way he was showing me was like someone showing off their holiday snaps. You know, like he'd go through and he'd like open one up and he'd look up and go, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
can believe
great. I
that.
love it. So if anyone likes Pokemon, we try and get Lawford back on. We have a Lawford Pokemon Mon.
Oh, maybe that'll be the first episode I sit out. Yeah, if any listeners would like to join in the debate about wheels
debate.
versus doors, doors on wheels, wheels on doors, holes, pits, pits, holes, or legs, laps, stairs, ladders, ladders, stairs, laps, and legs.
And can you see beyond the light?
Oh, okay, yeah. If you're looking in the sky at daytime,
Yeah.
are you looking at the stars?
And
Is
beyond.
what I think George is trying to.
It's
You know,
bullshit.
you're looking into the past when you look out there because
That is true.
That
that
is
light's
that
coming
is
to you.
deep,
It's
yeah.
already happened. It's deep.
That is
Yeah,
deep.
that's the same with every light. Like the light from your computer screen is like a millionth of a second old or something.
Shit.
So
I was like,
that's the past.
is it
That's
true,
crazy.
right?
Wait, I just googled Beano comics on eBay, and I found one online that's like 2 issues before the one I just showed you.
Wow.
I suppose it's not that crazy because I typed in 1993. So.
Oh, I typed something into Google and I've got what I look for.
But they're not worth fuck all. You can get it for a quid.
Is it true, right, that if you're far enough away from the Earth and you look back at Earth with a telescope, you could like see the past,
Yes.
but you'd have to go light speed away on like the other side of the sun or something, right?
Yeah, well, however many light years away you are is how many years back you'd be looking. So if you were 1 light year away, which I think is like 300,000 miles or 3 million miles or something, then you would be seeing 1 year ago.
But then
That's some deep shit, man. Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's a lot more than that. It's fucking. Oh wait. Oh yeah. So the 300,000 is how quick it is. It's 300,000 kilometers a second. So you'd have to be 9. Fuck, you have to be far away. You'd have to be 5 trillion miles away, and you'd be seeing 1 year ago. So yeah,
That's how long it takes light to get to you.
Yeah, if you wanted to like look at the Romans or whatever, you'd have to literally go like,
I don't think it works like that though. You wouldn't.
yeah,
Nah. What it's saying is, if you flew that many light years away,
yeah. No, if you
Oh, yeah,
instantly
'cause-
just
'cause- yeah.
teleported and
Bang,
you was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
2,000 light years away from the Earth in a little oxygen bubble with a telescope that could see the Earth
the light hasn't got you to you yet from the
the
Earth.
light hasn't got there yet, so it's still the light from.
from 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mad,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That is science.
So that's probably a more likely way of being able to technically kind of time travel than distorting the laws and physics of time.
Well,
yeah, I mean, you won't
yeah,
be able
Can't teleport though, can you?
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, so if you're ahead of the light, right? Does that mean it's just all dark, so you can't see anything anyway?
No, it's just
Or
old
can
light.
you? Because it's still there.
It's just
So it
old
doesn't matter if
light.
You can't see it. Old light.
Yeah.
It's different light though as well. You'd be getting.
Yeah. It's like
Ambient light.
imagine if light moved at like, I don't know, a foot a second or something like that. So if you turn on the lights, you would see the light like come in and filling up the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once it's reached everywhere in the room, it would stay light. It's just the light that's now hitting you is a couple seconds old, like because it's just got to you. So
But-
it's like that, but just much quicker.
Okay, yeah, because it'd be old previous light. Yeah. Previous light.
So it's like the sun. I think the light from the sun takes something like 23 minutes to get to us. So like the light that's actually hitting you and like warming you up and lighting up your, garden
Your anus.
is your anus
Yeah, your
or your ball bags.
testicles,
Spoke about
yeah.
that last episode. Testicle tanning, you missed that. That is actually 23 minutes old light.
That's rubbish. I want fresh light.
And then obviously like go get closer to the sun, man.
Okay.
Well,
That
you
is
asked my
our
question.
science. That's our yearly dose of science on the Curios
Curious
Cast.
science, yeah.
I quite like it. I like
I
it.
think we got most of it right.
Good luck. Well, I mean, good luck. Well done.
Yeah, we'll get Brian Cox on next episode and he can explain it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All right. Well, that was
my friends went to university at Manchester. He's one of his lecturers was Brian Cox.
Oh, well, there you go. Get our friend on. That's by 3 degrees of separation. We're fucking basically got Brian Cox on.
Yeah.
He won't come on. He's too highbrow for us. He won't talk about cum.
Yeah. Well, all right.
If you want to talk about equations,
yeah. So, imagine your dick is the sun, and the cum is the light, and you want to light up your girlfriend's face.
Thomas, that's crude.
Brilliant.
We've never been crude. Ever.
Yeah, if you want to join in and tell us how wrong we are on some of those topics, or just how wrong George is, then you can text in. Phone number is 07470 184 383. That number again is
07470 184 383. 07470 184 383.
That's 07470 184 383.
You sound a bit defeated there, Tom.
It's in the description. Add it to your contacts. Add Curios Cast into your contacts book. Do it now, and then that way, anytime you have a thought about anything, just text it. Text it to us. We're like your diary. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you're like, oh dear diary, he don't love me. Then you can text it to us. If any of you got any relationship problems, and I know you have, text it to us.
Yeah, nice. I like that, Tom. Thanks, listeners. Thanks for helping us out.
Yep. Thanks for sorting us out of an episode.
Yeah, much more of that, please.
Well, I suppose we just have to thank Turkish Glenn. We really
Yeah.
And thanks to past me.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The light years, a few light years back.
10-year-old Rob.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could go back in time and watch you write it, and then figure out who wrote Spook.
I was going to say, and mystery spook contributor. Yeah.
Maybe we wrote Spook. You know, maybe we went back in time and told him, "You fucking write this, mate." Because
you submitted it, George. Yeah,
yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah.
No, I would have kept wife in.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for listening. That was episode 84 of the Curios Cast.
Hype.
Bye.
Bye.